Welcome everyone to the second Q&A of the Highway Guides. My name is Anne Marie of The Art of Healing. I welcome all of you, lovely, beautiful beings that are here in person. Hi everyone. And also I thank all of you who will tune in a future time and date. And as we know, time is relative. So I hope you receive all the blessings that you need. Okay, they're shaking me. Time to go, people. Time to go. Okay, awesome. Woo! We are the Highway Guides. We are Anne Marie's guides and teachers. And yes, we are shaking, rattling, and rolling our dear one into this new role for her. And she is like, okay, guys, whatever you want. And we must say, the one thing about this particular dear one, not that you are not all our dear ones, is that this one always says yes. She's very easygoing in that sense, and she has complete and utter trust and faith in us and in her mission for this planet. So we are grateful to her, and we are grateful to all of you who are tuning in, who come in, who dial in, who click the button and choose to receive guidance from Spirit. So that is our introduction. It is not a great big fancy introduction because we are not here to just speak. We are here to listen as well. So we will let this dear one begin. All right. Thank you, everyone, so much. And we will begin. All right, I'm going to start with Agatha. And Agatha was at the last one. I'm going to do question number 1. Okay, sweetheart? Agatha's question was, would you please provide guidance as to how I could overcome my financial crisis? Well, you're not alone. You're not alone. Woo! Okay, here we go. Yes, dear one. Yes, dear one. We again are the Highway Guides. We are Anne Marie's guides and teachers, and your guides and teachers as well. Financial crisis, financial crisis, financial crisis. Everything comes in the form of energy. Everything has to do with attraction. Everything does. And while it is kind of difficult to say, well, I want money, I want abundance, that's one thing. The other thing is to attract it to you. And when you want to attract something to you, there is no fear involved. There is no scarcity. When you are in a mindset of release, of flow, and of pure acceptance, then you are able to draw in the abundance. Now, money is an energy. Yes, the system you live in has taken that energy and corrupted it horribly, and corrupted the average human to believe in it. But like anything in the energetic, it has to do with flow and abundance. So, dear one, what we wish you to do is to really check where your fear of lack is. What are you afraid of? Are you afraid of losing your car? Are you afraid of losing your house? Are you afraid of collectors? Are you afraid? What are you afraid of? And with that knowledge, sit down, write it on a piece of paper, and say, I am afraid that I will not have money to pay my rent. I am afraid that I will not be able to blah. I am afraid that this will happen to me. In that, on that paper, on one side, you're going to write your fears. On the other side, you're going to write the opposite, abundance, manifestation. You are going to write, I will have money to pay my mortgage. I will not fear being homeless. I am in love. I am in love and in peace. I am in abundance. So you take whatever fear that is generated by this lack of abundance and turn the page, flip it over, tip it upside down. Remember what was said in the last channeling by our Andromedan brothers and sisters. What is good has been made evil. What is positive has become negative. So this energy of money has been corrupted into an energy of fear and lack when it is not. It is not by any sense of the word. It is simply another form of energy. And that energy of abundance can come in many, many, many different ways. Do not think it just comes in the area of money. Think of it as coming to you in an area of inspiration. Because once you remove fears, then you allow for flow to come from all over the universe. And what if you become excited about something and that excitement generates something with income? See, that is how it works. That is how it works. So we hope this advice helps you and you are completely able to bring abundance into your life and expect it from all realms. We love you, dear one. Ah, very nice. How does that feel, Agatha?
Feels good.
Okay. Your connection is a bit slow, sweetie.
We'll have to do this exercise. Feels really good. Thank you for that.
You're very welcome, sweetheart. You're very welcome. Okay, awesome. That was great.
Yeah.
That was great.
I'm
Coolness.
in one of the national parks in Warsaw.
Okay.
Currently, so
It's interesting because I see her as muted, but there's still sound coming through. So maybe it's just residual. No big deal. Okay, so I'm going to move on to question number 2, which came from Isabel, who's not here again, but I love her. She's my friend from California. Okay, Isabel said, I have been writing a self-healing book on how to overcome the grief of a divorce. I want to know if that book is on my soul contract for this lifetime. And if so, how can I connect with the book again? Because I have not touched the book for more than a year. Thank you. Good question. All right, let's see who's coming through for this one. I am the one you know as Jesus. I am here for my dear one, Isabel. Isabel and I have a wonderful relationship, and I am smiling as I say that. Now, dear Isabel, this book that you have had within you for a long time, yes, is extremely, extremely important to write. So in terms of, is it a soul contract? Yes, you can say it's a soul contract, but it's really more a mission. It is a mission that you are here to accomplish. So I suppose, yes, you could say it is part of your soul contract. The thing about books is that, especially a book like this, that deals with personal traits, you have to have the energy and the flow to do it. So if you haven't touched it, but you still feel like it needs to come out, the answer is it still needs to come out. This dear one, Anne Marie, also felt upon her heart a great deal to write a book about a chapter in her life. And she gathered a great deal of information. But when she sat down to write this book, which would be extremely helpful to many, many people, in her heart of hearts, it felt as if there was no termination point to that book. The last chapter, let us say, was not yet written. So determine whether or not your last chapter has yet to be written. And if you feel in your gut that your book is ready to come out, then create the time and space for it to emerge. Everything is held within you. Everything is stored within your consciousness, in your energy field around you, and in your subconscious. So we agree, we say, yes, it is your time. It is beneficial for humanity, for those resonant with your story, to have that story put onto paper, let us say, to write that book. So yes, we do encourage you to write that book, but just make sure that in your energy field, that story is complete. And that is our advice to you. We love you, dear one, and we are the one known as Jesus. Thank you. Okay. All right, cool. I hope Isabel can make it on, and she'll listen to it later. All right, next one is from Jasmine. Thank you for all your patience, everyone. The next one is from Jasmine. Jasmine is a local person to me. She came to me as a client, and I love her. She's a lovely girl. Okay, this is Jasmine's question, and this is really good, Sarah. You'll identify with this one as well. Our children are feeling challenged in many ways with the current restrictions, the pressure to conform to societal standards, school and peer expectations, isolation, social media overload, etc. It seems that increasingly more of them are falling into depression, having suicidal thoughts, and engaging in potentially dangerous behaviors. With the understanding that everyone's different and each situation is unique, is there any general guidance you can give us as to how parents or caregivers can help children cope with these challenges? Thank you for your continued support. I know it's a heavy question, but I'm sure Spirit can handle it. And she says, thanks for doing this and have a great time. Okay, thank you, Jasmine. That's an amazing question. Just so I can get it clear, how can children cope with these challenges, falling into suicide, etc.? Okay. I am the one you know as Mother Mary. I am a representative of the Divine Mother. Since this is very much a mother question, I have come forward to speak to Jasmine and to speak with anyone who resonates with this particular question. It is going to sound a little defeating to say that you can only do what you can do. You have control over your actions, and what these children are desiring from their parental figures is the example of love and the example of forgiveness and the example of guidance. Now, the interpretation of this formula is where your human programming comes in. because you may call upon memories of your own mother and how the method of communication of love in their point of view was not the interpretation of love in the interpretation of love that your mother had brought forward was not what you would consider loving. So we have rephrased what came through first. And this is very valid because each person expresses their image of love based on their programming, which, as we understand and which, as we know, is not generally very loving. It is condemning. It is angry. It is often violent. And dear ones, that energy is resonant with the children as well. So if you are looking from the outside looking in to the energy of children, your best solution for someone who is outside, let us say, of your own personal familial realm, whether you be an aunt or a cousin, we're not talking about that. We're talking about the world, the outside world of your personal sphere of influence. The only thing you can do is send love to the child and include the family. And just send them the intention of peace, send them the intention of healing, send them the intention of love, that it may awaken within their souls and their behaviors, and therefore their vibration, their outlook will change as well. If you are in a position of, let us say, teacher, as this dear one is, as our dear Sarah is, as many of you out there are, if you are in that position, it is also a sphere of influence. And it's the same advice. Send love to that child. Exemplify love to that child. Because at least if your behavior is different from the family, they can say to themselves, in whatever manner they know, whether it be a prayer, whether it be a wish, I wish I had that. I wish I had the acceptance like Miss Morales teaches me or shows me. I wish I felt like that. And believe it or not, with that simple wish of a child, that child's world will change. Because spirit loves the innocent child. We are aware of a great deal of mistreatment, maltreatment of the children on your planet. And I call out to all parents, to all mothers, to all those who have love in their heart, to do this on a regular basis, please. Send loving energy to all the maltreated children on the planet, not just the ones that are visible to your two eyes, but the ones that are hidden, the ones that are buried, the ones that are shunned, the ones that are locked away. I am here to call forth all of those who resonate with my frequency to bring love, as much love, to the lost and forgotten, there are many, many souls that are not seen, that are suffering. So, dear, beautiful beings of light, male or female, doesn't matter. If you have goodness in your heart, take some time to send love to these dear children that my heart bleeds for. I am the one you know as Mary. I am the representative that came forward for the Divine Mothers. And we thank you, dear Jasmine, for this question. We thank our dear one, Anne-Marie, for the opportunity to disseminate this prayer, this call for prayer. You are powerful beings, and you have no idea what concentrated prayer can do for humanity. We thank you and we love you. Ooh, mama. I felt that one. All right. Thank you, everyone. How's it going? Hi, Peter. Let me see who else is up here. All right. Thank you, Mother Mary. All right, I'm going to keep going. So, Sarah, here we go. Many blessings to all here, and many thanks to Anne-Marie and the Highway Guides. You're welcome. Do you have any advice for me today? Much love and thanks, Sarah. Okay. Hello, dear one, Sarah. We are the Highway Guides. We are your guides and teachers. Do we have any advice for you, dear one? Are you playing? Are you playing enough? Are you taking care of Sarah? Are you doing that? Are you frolicking in the grass? Are you bouncing on the trampoline? Are you swimming in the pool? Are you taking long walks? Are you smiling? We hope you are. Because in essence, that's your main goal, is to live in joy, to play, to connect with the joyful child within you. Find her, find that joyful little girl. Pull her out and fly to the wind anything that's stopping you from becoming and being that joyful child. Don't listen to anyone. Don't listen to anything other than the call for joy that we send to you from Spirit. Live in joy, dear ones. That is our advice for Sarah. Indeed, it's our advice for all of you. And we love you. Are you frolicking, Sarah?
Probably not frolicking enough, but I am taking long walks. And I do love being out in my garden. And I do get what they're saying. And I will connect with her. I can do that. I can do joy. Thank you so much.
You're very welcome, sweetheart. You're very welcome. Mwah. Love you too.
Mm-hmm.
Thank you, sweetheart. Thank you.
Thank you.
Cute. That was
Lucy.
so cute. That was so cute. All right. So, all right. My next question comes from Rosemary and Linda. Hello, my lovelies. And this is from Linda. Linda's guide's name is it May? Is that right? Okay, so I got it right. I was hoping you could connect. Okay, this is Linda's guide, May. Let's connect with May. Haya, masmeshe wa uku eyaseshe ture wayakmaya ture he mayu mayuma. Umma ke se she hua ikaya seshma. Yaha Yahweh, Yaha Yahweh, Yismashewaye, Yahuwah Asma, I am my I am my I sing to you, my love, my love. Your language does not have all that it needs to communicate all the time. You need some vibrations to truly connect. My I sing to you, I sing to you, I come to you on the waves of sound, I come to you on the waves of light. I am Mai, I am your guide. I come to you from Andromeda. I come to you through great distances, but here I am with you, around you, and through you. I send you my love, dear one. I am waiting for you. You may start your engines. You may start your engines. You know what we mean. It is time again, and divine timing indeed it is. You now have a sister to support you to come back into the race. It is a beautiful thing. We wish to address the sister we are talking about, Rosemary. Rosemary, not only are you a shining star on this earth, but you are a heavenly shining star. Do not doubt how bright you shine. Everything is coming into place. Everything is falling into, all pieces are connecting. We are showing this dear one the game of Jenga. Boop, boop, boop. Everything is falling into place. Indeed, for both of you, it is falling into place. So, get into the car, strap in, and begin. Start your engines. Start your engines. That is our message for you, dear one. We come to you on the wave of song. Well, that was new. Unmute, Rosemary, say something. There you
Okay,
go.
I'm unmuted. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
How do you, is that resonate with you at all?
Oh, yeah.
Because I
Absolutely.
kind of lose my mind when they give me information and I'm kind of going, what if they're not from Andromeda? And my brain is just saying Andromeda. So,
And it's reassuring for me too, because I'm sure everybody can see I'm living in chaos right now. No, I needed the reassurance, and I am so glad to, because I've only been living here for 3 months and starting to meet my peeps. So I'm very pleased.
I'm curious as to whether the car reference is
What's the
resonant
name?
with you.
I haven't really been involved with energy for 30 years, so it's Time to get driving again, I guess.
Okay. All right. Start your engines. I found that was interesting.
Yeah, that's what he meant. Get back at it.
Yeah, get back at it. Okay, beautiful. Thank you. And thanks for joining today. It's really quite beautiful.
Thanks, Anne-Marie.
You're very welcome. I love you. All right. So now I have Carolyn's message. Here you go, Carolyn. And she's like, I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. It's all good, honey. It's all good. I'll get through it. We'll get through it. You know, these things, you never know. It might strike a chord of someone that you've never met that just so happened to come across this video and listen to this and say, oh my God, that's my problem. That's what I need help on. So everything is divinely orchestrated, even the length and the font of your message. So no big deal. Okay. Good morning, Anne-Marie. Da-da-da-da-da-dee-dee-dee-dee. Okay, here it is. I truly believe at my core that I am a brilliant, brilliant light full of love, yet my dimmer is stuck. No matter what I do in this lifetime as a human, I have never been really able to move forward, complete the project. I'm always stuck for some reason, i.e., and specifically overeating and then going on a diet, start subconsciously and going on a diet, start my whole life. I never reach my full potential. I always find a way subconsciously and in some instances consciously to self-sabotage. My question is, I know I have this low vibrational energy of fear and lack and unworthiness that has followed me in many lifetimes. In my meditation, I repeatedly see a young girl with light hair and big, beautiful blue eyes. Hannah is her name. Face dirty, disheveled, waif looking with sad, sad energy. The energies of lack, trust, food, self-worth, fear, and also I fear a dark energy of possible physical abuse through many lifetimes, but manifesting in this vision of this beautiful little girl. This manifests to this point and never reaches a point where I can know exactly what this trauma is or was. I know it's there and I feel it. I know it with every fiber of my being. Yet it will not manifest to the point where I can complete this and know exactly what it is and feel it. Acknowledge it, be it, forgive it, and release it. It has become detrimental to my spiritual growth. I feel it just hindering me. I'm overeating like crazy and absolutely every intention not to do it, and yet I do. I start projects, studying tarot, learning beading, and with the best of intentions, but never complete a darn thing. I feel I must know exactly what trauma happened so long ago that I still carry with me so I can clear this and be who I am intended to be who I am intended to be. Thank you very much. Very grateful for your guidance. All right. Let's see how this one goes. I am that one you know as Jesus. Hello, dear Carolyn. As we communicate with you and as we communicate with that beautiful child that dwells within you, we wish you to be in a state of openness and grace. You are on the right track. We know that you are seeking deeper healing, and that is a very, very good first step. Or it is a very, very good step, let us say, to seek healing, to seek clearing, and a deeper understanding of what indeed is happening to you energetically. From our point of view, you are still creating consciously these blocks. Now, we understand you have said you do not know what it is, and you feel there is something external that is influencing you on this journey. And if there is something external, we wish you to know that you are completely and utterly capable of detaching from that external influence. In terms of what you are choosing to put into your body, make a choice. Be strong. And do not purchase things that are going to hurt your body. Do not purchase these things. Do not give them power over you. Do not say to that urge to consume that urge to consume is stronger and greater than the love that you have for yourself in your heart. Indeed, the love that you have for that little child. So I wish you to say to yourself, would I feed this food to that child? If I'm going to nourish that child that I see, that poor, dirty child, if I am going to take care of her, bring her into my home, if I'm going to bathe her and purchase clothes for her and get her health care, am I going to feed her what I choose to feed myself? If the answer is no, then don't feed yourself that same thing. If you are at a point of hunger, feed yourself. But do not allow any external influence to push items in your mouth, let us say. If you surround yourself with healthy things and drink water, lots of water, we promise you that these cravings will stop. Give yourself another outlet. Give yourself a bait and switch. And by bait and switch, we mean once the urge comes, turn something else. Let that urge trigger something positive. Let that urge trigger writing a sentence of love to yourself, writing a sentence of love to that child. There is something truly powerful about taking thoughts out of the ethers and bringing them into your dimension by writing, by speaking. There is a great power of creativity, of creation energy in the act of writing and speaking. Thoughts can be pulled from anywhere in the ethers, and thoughts have a negative vibration as well as positive vibration. This is no news to you. You understand this, you know this. But do a bait and switch on that impulse that you have. Do a bait and switch. Do you feel like getting up and having potato chips? Well, if you feel like getting up and having potato chips and there's nothing to eat but banana chips, eat the banana chips. If you get up and you want some ice cream and there's nothing to eat but maybe some frozen lemonade, then eat the frozen lemonade. This is not about stopping cold turkey. That is not healthy. That is traumatic. You have to turn those thoughts into thoughts of love. Turn the food into food of love. Turn the impulse into a nurturing of that little girl. Because indeed, that is who needs the nurturing. That girl needs the nurturing. You feel identification with that little girl because she indeed is hungry. You are not hungry. So remember, you do not need to feed yourself. You need to feed her. So send her love with each bite you take. Each bite of a fresh organic salad. Each bite of a juicy fruit. Each gulp of pure water. Purified water that nourishes the body. And look at her. Cheeks turn rosy. Look at her eyes brighten. Look at her skin glow and her hair clean. Look at her dress become washed. Look at the shoes on her feet. We love you, dear one. You are beginning. You are starting. It's okay. How are you feeling? Unmute, unmute, unmute.
I feel lifted, inspired, loved.
Good.
Thank you.
You're welcome. It's nice to meet you.
It's also nice to meet you as well.
Thank you. Oh, how nice. Beautiful. Okay, well, that was the last of the pre-sent in questions. Okay, we've got about, 15 minutes left, I think. So if you choose to type something in the chat, go for it. While you're thinking and typing, I want to share a lesson in manifestation that happened to me yesterday and today. It was kind of interesting. So I was in my backyard yesterday, Friday night. I was scrolling through my phone and going through my photographs. And I noticed that I had a screenshot section in my photos. So I went to those and I was looking and I was like, oh, I took a screenshot of my YouTube subscribers when they hit 222. And then I took another screenshot when it said 333. And yesterday it was 445. And I thank all my new subscribers. It's been really beautiful. Nice to have you all aboard. So I was like, oh, 445. Darn, I missed 444. Oh, well, I'll just take a screenshot of 445 anyway. Well, guess what? Someone unsubscribed this morning. So now I have 444 subscribers and I was able to take my screenshot. Ooh, 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 ooh. So that's a kind of a cool manifestation thing. And it's okay. People come and go. I'm not in it for the numbers, but it's just kind of cool how that happened. So the universe gave me my 444. Okay. From Juta. And then Peter's got one. Good. All right. So I'd like to ask this. What would you suggest when waking up in the mornings with strong, sometimes almost paralyzing sensation of fear that it is felt in the upper chest and arms? Thank you so much for your guidance. Okay, I've experienced that. I've had that happen before, Juta. I've had that happen before. Okay, so let's see what's going on with that. Mia utere waye kusmeshe uye wa turkia wa yamaseshe mehe wa yematiriki wa yama yim kuya maseshe ayemeya mayu mayeyo wasmeshe hu wa yima uku everybody ma uwa ya sushu yamaseshu ma uwa ye ya wa uke wa yaseshe. Sorry. All right. So what has just happened was that we were releasing from you influence upon you. You must take care of your space energetically. Take care of your space energetically, externally as well as internally. So, in many times, you will notice that shamanic healers will get out instruments that make noise, drums, cockle shells, beads, anything that is going to rile the spirits, wake the spirits, chase the spirits. This is something you must do. This is something that must happen nightly for at least a week. Nightly for at least a week. So we encourage you to make noise. Now, it doesn't have to be cockle shells. It doesn't have to be a drum. It doesn't have to be that. It can be a bell. It can be singing bowl. It can be anything, tuning forks, anything that emits a frequency that transitions into alternate dimensions. Sound is important. Yes, you can do sage, you can burn incense, you can burn a candle, call down the angels, call down Archangel Michael to send protection around you, your family, and your loved ones. We do suggest that. But this requires sound. It requires sound. Be persistent with it. Don't worry, you are not in danger. You wake up. After all, you do wake up. Understand that this is not, these oppressions, what you are experiencing is called an oppression. It is not a possession. You are not possessed. You do not have anything around you that is going to do anything to you other than test you and test your trust and your will in the light. So now you must match it. You must match it with your knowledge of the light. You must match it with this type of frequency energy of protection, which is sound. And we, again, encourage you to be very diligent in your forgiveness practice. Be very diligent with your Course in Miracles practice. We know you do. And do not forget that you are divine and nothing can touch you. Indeed, that is your declaration. I am one with Source, infinite source of love. Nothing can harm or touch me. And say that in your space, not just your bedroom, your entire space. Do that. Do that. That is our advice. All right.
One more question, Anne-Marie.
Yes, darling.
Yeah, thank you so much. So when I do the noise, I don't have any instruments here. Can I just sing or clap like you did? Or
you can clap. You can do that. You can grab a pot. Get a pot and a wooden spoon and bang.
All right.
Everybody has a pot, I think. I've seen that done. I've seen that done. That seems to resonate with me. But if you're going to do it, if you're going to clap and yell, make it forceful. Okay, you've got to match the energy.
And what did you say? I'm divine, or I'm one with divine source, or something like that?
Yeah, that's about right. Yeah, I am one with divine source, and nothing can harm me.
And nothing can harm me. Okay.
Yes. And then you can, also what I do is I tell it, you do not need me, you need the light. You do not need me, you need the light. That's what was told for me to do whenever I felt an oppression. And this is interesting, and this is, good knowledge for everybody. What we have to understand about energy and about, let us say, the lower end of the energetic spectrum, everything comes from source. The difference is that we remember where we come from and they have forgotten. But that does not mean that they don't crave the love of source also. They have just been taken out of the light. Okay? So you don't need to engage in a battle per se, because I used to assist a demonologist. I used to be a prayer warrior for this fellow who I love dearly, who actually was a full-on demonologist for the Catholic Church and an exorcist. Okay. What was missing that the church doesn't do is the church does not take into consideration the redemption of the energy, and that each energy has free will. Okay, they just have to remember they have free will, and they have to remember that Source loves them and that they are part of Source. Okay, so that really blew my mind. Every energy comes from Source God, and they all deserve love. So whatever programming this energy is under, whether it's following orders, whether it's doing something we don't know, it still deserves as much love as you can send it. But apparently it needs to have the noise. It doesn't like the noise. So you can text me, try it out and just send me a message and we'll talk about it. Okay?
Great. Thank you so much, Anne-Marie.
You're welcome, honey. Thanks for coming today. Thanks for coming. All right. So we've got Peter, and then we've got someone from Peg Jones. Hello, Peg Jones. All right. Peter Whittier. How to deal with a sibling who focuses on negative, ego-driven, even though I know he does this because it is his function as an antagonist in this incarnation. I keep stumbling with forgiveness. Any advice would be greatly appreciated. Okay, my friend. Thanks for coming out again this week. It's very nice of you. This is all a reflection, Peter. You're seeing yourself. Sorry to tell you, but you're seeing yourself. So for a little bit, ignore your brother. Just ignore him. And look at you. Hold up that mirror to you. Look and see what's going on inside you. Look and see what thoughts of antagonism you've got. And maybe it's antagonism to him. So guess what? You heal that. Forgive that. Let go of that. Let it go. All right? Don't forget. You get what you give. All right? Yeah, you might know me. You might know me. I ain't going to say who I am, but you might know me. I hope you do. Yeah, I'm one of your guides. I'm a friend. Love you. Yeah, just look at that mirror. Look at that mug in the mirror.
No arguments there.
What was that?
If it's a guy, I was thinking more like a higher self.
It's a guy for sure. It was totally
Okay.
a guy.
Okay, I've got several. I mean, we all do. I'm not sure which
It
one.
was
though.
a GUY, not
Oh.
just a GIDE.
Was it?
GUIDE guide. It was a guy guide.
Yeah, was it Saint Germain? It sounded so much like him.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay, I
Does that
would.
make sense, Peter?
I mean, it could. I'm just not attuned with that particular guide. I wouldn't discount it at all because, well, I mean, Anne Marie speaks what she speaks. Interesting, but it is true. I mean, it's me.
Yeah. I mean, I'll defer to Rosemary. Saint Germain is Rosemary's one of her primary guides. So, and
Okay.
very, very connected with him.
Yeah, and he just comes across with so much attitude, and that just came through just then. Like he doesn't stand any nonsense, and it's like, here it is.
And that's what I needed. So thank you. I'll mute now.
Thanks, Peter, honey. Love you so much. All right. And I've got one more question and then we'll stop. And this is from Peg. Hi, Peg Jones. How are you? Nice to meet you. Hi. I am wondering my next steps as far as the path I have going on. I have been at an impasse as late. Excuse me. I feel there is a need to upgrade, but not sure what they may be. Okay. Let us see. So, what are Peg's next steps? Whoop. Hello, dear one. We are your guides, Peg. We are your angelic guides, dear Peg. So, your next step is to get up. Isn't that ironic? It's time for you to get up. It's time for you to move. It's time for you to step out, out, out. If you're feeling stagnant, sometimes you really are stagnant. If you are feeling the need to do something and you continuously remain in the same spot, well, nothing's going to happen. All right, we want you to get up and move. Take that in any way you want. If it means I need to move from a job, if it means I need to move from a location, if it means I need to sit in my kitchen and not in my living room, then that's what we want you to do. But you have to look deep inside of you, dear Peg. You have to look deep inside of you because you are getting nudged and nudged and nudged and nudged. So we want you to get up and move. We want you to get up and walk. We want you to get up and get moving. Do something physical. Get into the garden. Get onto the street. Get out to the park. Get out and move. Because once movement happens, your energy will move and the blocks will break. Stagnancy is your enemy. So do not sit. Get up and move. Get up and move.
Yep. No, thank you.
Does that make sense?
It does. On some. Yeah, it does. I do need to move.
Okay.
So, So, thank you.
You're very welcome, sweetheart. Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you too.
Thank you. All right, my friends, any last words? Karen, you just sitting there just happy to be here. Unmute and say hello. You can be like, look, I'm over at minute.
Hello. Thank you so much, Anne Marie. You're amazing.
You're very welcome. It's nice to see your face. I only saw your like cool little graphic at the time.
Yeah, I'm supposed to be working.
Okay. You won't say a thing. You won't say a thing. Okay.
This is so much better.
Okay, wonderful. Well, again, we come to another close. I thank you so much for your attention. I thank you so much for your resonance. And of course, I thank my guides, the Highway Guides, all the guides who showed up today, all the participants today, and those of you in the ethers that have yet to, that are going to listen, that have come to the end of the video. All right, I love you. Be well, be at peace. God bless to you.